And thank you for joining us for our special edition of We the Nerdies, We the Gamercast preview of Titanfall.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, you have Robbie Stoneball here with Guilherme Jacobs. What's up,
that's
man?
me. Titanfall is up.
That's right. It is
Titanfall is
definitely not
started.
falling. It is definitely going up.
Oh, I see what you did there.
um, yeah, Guilherme, we discussed this a little bit off air, but what we're doing is just coming together for the viewers and bringing you a preview of Titanfall. First and foremost, Gary, what did you think?
I thought it was a. I mean, it was great. Like, I don't think there's any way around it. I think it was well balanced for the most part. I'll get into that later, but it was like nothing obnoxious. I think because it's so fast, because it's so movement based, people won't be camping. The dynamics just completely different. Like you have a little bit of Call of Duty here, a little bit of Battlefield here, and a little bit of Crisis and Halo, I'd say. But still, it's Titanfall is a unique thing. It's its own beast, because
Hmm.
no other game, no other shooter at least, focuses so much on verticality and jumping and battles that have different heights. And the Titans themselves is just like it's so fun to hop on one of those things. One of the fun, like the coolest things you can do on Titanfall is kill someone, drop your Titan, go inside your Titan, and then just start spraying bullets and killing everyone. Like it's so fast paced. It's constantly rewarding the player for whatever he's doing, and it's just so fun. I really really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that don't know, what we're speaking about is we're talking about the beta that just ended a couple days ago, or
Yep.
yesterday actually. That was running for about 3 or 4 days for people to get on, and it started off as a inviting beta. You had to be invited to jump on, and people were giving out beta codes on Twitter like it was candy.
Yep.
But then
So people were selling beta codes on eBay because we don't have enough douchebaggery in the world.
yeah, and then what happened? Microsoft just came out and said, you know what? Just kidding. We're gonna let everyone and anyone who can access it get on the beta.
Yep.
And so for the last day or
And
two of the beta, go.
Origin followed 1 day later on PC.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Um, Anybody and everybody was able to jump on the beta if you could access it. For me, Guillermo, we talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but also off air. I was not a big fan of what I had seen prior to the beta of Titanfall,
Yep.
and this weekend really changed my mind. It really did. I'm not going to go into too much detail because we're trying to keep this short, but I'll have an article up about how my mind was changed about Titanfall.
But yeah, I mean, like, what were your doubts going into the beta? Like, what made you so skeptical about Titanfall?
At first, it just seemed like it looked like a Call of Duty cutout. It
Yeah.
really did. It looked like a Call of Duty cutout with mechs. And to me, like in all these videos of showing us what you could do prior to, just didn't really appeal to me because it's completely different than from watching a video that what you can do and actually
Definitely,
doing
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Being able to do the things that you were able to do, like you were just talking about one of your epic moments. One of mine was going through the city map and parkouring between two buildings to going up two buildings by parkouring up and back and forth between them,
Mhm.
launching yourself backwards onto a Titan, taking down the Titan, then jumping off of it back on top of the building and shooting down people.
Yeah.
Like moments like that were just so epic, and the gameplay sold me. But what sold me on like buying the game, going and buying the controller as I posted on Facebook
A
is
very good looking controller, by the way.
oh dude, it
That
is
Titanfall controller is very good looking.
it's so great. The the part that just made me say, you know what, I'm buying this game. This is a $60 investment that I can't wait to play. Was the news that came out about the art book.
Oh, the monsters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the the fact that there are now going to be monsters in the game, and I got some more detail. I don't know if you had seen this, Guillermo, but the detail about some of the monsters is that there's going to be monsters on a lot of the maps that you can antagonize that will interfere in the map, kind of like a Levolution in Battlefield
Hmm.
4.
So
That
what happens is then you can like attract the monsters to your enemies, and maybe they will beat down a Titan for you or something like that.
yeah, essentially that's what it looks like it's going to be.
Nice.
and and then finding out there's going to be a horde mode S type thing where you can fight off hordes
Like
of
I've said it, if we have a Titans versus Monsters hard mode co-op, like it's over. Like
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just gonna play that forever. It's
That
specific
is
in the game.
that is just such an awesome aspect to put in there. And then come to find out that there's going to be some more game modes. Find out there's 15 maps. Like the game mode, oh my, it's a capture the Titan. Like that just sounds
Oh
like an
man,
incredible. That
yeah,
just sounds like an incredible game mode to be a part of.
yeah.
So those were just a couple of my worries going into it, and I'll go into more detail, but this beta and the news has really changed my mind.
Uh,
What was probably the biggest? What was the biggest appeal to you during the beta? Like,
well, like
what grabbed you most?
the one thing I'll say is like these are the guys that made two of the best shooters I've played, which are Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. I think they are like leaps and bounds better than the other Call of Duty games. I like some of the others like Black Ops and World at War, but those two like really did it for me. And having that team, the Infinity War team, the old one, making this studio and Respawn, because and I followed this guy for a while. Like I was part of their sites and forums way before. They even had the logo, the new logo they had like on the old logo. So I followed this game a lot because I knew like these guys they made the two games I played the most last generation. So I really wanted to see what they were doing next. And yes, I was excited when I saw the gameplay and I had this like on my top 10 most anticipated games, like it was there. But actually playing it, what you feel like is you don't stop doing something in that game. Like you're
Yeah,
constantly playing, constantly shooting, constantly destroying something and explosions, and even if you don't play very well, you still feel like you did something because you get a Titan and there's a million challenges unlocked giving you positive feedback and making you feel well about what you're playing. So like the coolest thing for about Titanfall for me is it doesn't get boring.
yes,
You play all of that and you don't feel like time is passing by. You can play hours and hours and hours because it doesn't get old. And the beta had substantial content, but it was like just a little bit of the game from what we've learned these last couple of days.
mm-hmm.
So actually, when the actual game is out and there's the monsters and game modes and all these crazy stuff, like it's gonna be crazy. I think like and it really solidified my suspicion that this is the new great FPS to play.
Absolutely. Um, yeah, I cannot argue anything with you there. It was just, it was so much fun. Like you said, there's always something to do, and also like, it's something that I don't really like about shooters is I don't. It's not because people. I don't really care for sniping in games, and
Hmm.
it's not because I think people camp or they're cheating or anything like that. Like I just don't like getting spawning onto a map and then 5 seconds into it, like I'm shot by a sniper,
Yeah.
and so my what I feel like I need to do the rest of the match is find that sniper and take him out the rest of the game. Like that
Mhm.
that's what I feel like I feel the necessity to do.
Yeah.
And this game,
It's gonna be
it,
hard to snipe in this game.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. And some people will do it, and some people will probably do it very
There
well.
are very talented gamers out there. Yeah, they always.
Yeah. And I'll have to give them credit if they're able to do that. But at the same time, it is not going to be as easy as it is at Battlefield, where there's
Yeah.
64 people on the map.
And like even if you compare it to Call of Duty where the sniping is much more straightforward, like you don't like there's no game with the mobility that Titanfall has.
Mm.
Like you were talking about like parkouring between two buildings, and like I did stuff like I was in a building, wall running, jump on a Titan, start firing the Titan, pilot jumps out, I jump out of the Titan, I kick him, I kill him, then I destroy the Titan, then I'm already on top of another building just like 2 seconds after that because it's that fast. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like you're gonna have to be really precise to hit a sniper. Like I'm sure if you're good at sniping in this game, like you're really good at the game, and it's gonna like all those crazy montages on YouTube are gonna be crazy. But like it's going to reward a hard work and precision. Like it's not a lucky thing anymore. No, there's
Yeah.
no none of that. What?
And
No, go ahead, Yogo.
oh, I'm sorry. All I was going to say is, and for those people who have heard about the bots and are all worried that it's not going to be competitive and things like that, I I don't think you should go in with that mentality because the bots to me were for the people who aren't high level
Yeah, I
gamers for
agree. I agree.
shooters.
Like
That we talked about this on the podcast where it almost feels like a MOBA kind of thing where those are minions to help you level up and get your titans faster, which
yeah,
they are, but they also make people feel not overwhelmed. Like the people who
yeah.
aren't great at shooters don't have to go in and have a 2 and 27 kill death ratio
Hmm.
because they can kill some bots.
Yeah,
You
and
can take down a titan.
like the interesting thing about the bots is like before the beta, I thought the bots were there to just to fill the map with stuff, but like they're
Hmm.
actually there for what you just said to help the quote unquote noobs. And the interesting thing about the bots is you can kill them and they won't kill you because they're just so bad. So what happens is killing the bots does not make a really big difference in the game because
Hmm.
everybody can kill the bots. So it's the pilot kills that will actually make a difference. So the bots are pretty much useless in terms of results. Like they don't influence how the game's going to play out unless you kill like 40 of them and you just don't really consider the rest. But the bots like they are not a actual weight on the end match, on the
Hmm.
result.
Yeah, I don't think. Again, I don't think it takes away from the game. I don't think it does at all.
I agree.
Um, so anything that you are might still be concerned about?
Just like the auto pistol, the aimbot pistol they have, and that remotely aims at whoever is in front of you. It's
Hmm.
a sidearm. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it is overpowered or anything, but it's annoying me how many people are just using that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, like, of course, if you respawn, you can't control how much people are gonna use that, but I feel like there should be a little balancing on that because it's annoying when you because like you're trying to aim and all of that things and the guy just turns invisible and then you start shooting him but he kills you first because he does not miss a shot.
Hmm.
That's kind of
Yeah.
but that's
I
like
think.
one thing in a huge canvas.
Yeah, I almost feel like the because the maps are not that big, and so I almost kind of feel like the auto pistol or whatever you want to call it should almost it should be it should have a limited range,
Mm.
like a very limited range. Like I think that should help it. Also, let's not make it so easy for minions to be killed with one shot. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's make it be maybe a couple shots that kills a minion. Because
Hmm.
I found myself with 5 or 6 minions in front of me, and they're dead with under 2 seconds because it kills them so quick.
Yeah. I think like but that's what the beta is for, right?
Hmm.
They should
Yeah.
be at that. So I think what we can agree on is that we both got out of this beta with a very positive feeling.
Yes.
Oh, thanks to all of these things we just said, and I'm sure that when Titanfall releases for Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC, like God knows what's gonna happen with the Xbox 360 version, but Xbox 3 it was delayed right 2 weeks or something, but Xbox One and PC March 11.
Hmm.
Pretty excited about it. Think it's gonna be great. Probably gonna sell really well, and maybe it will change the landscape of first-person shooters as we know it. And like it's funny because it arrives at a time where people are getting tired of Call of Duty, and the latest Battlefield is still crashing. So, like it has the potential to overtake the market and become a huge hit.
It really does. Yeah, I I'm very sold on this. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see the full product of the game.
Yep.
Um, but I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the game to come out in like 3 weeks. So, is
So
there
yeah.
anything else you want to talk about real quick, Cameron?
No, that's it.
No, well, me either. Guys, thank you so much for watching the preview. Enjoy the game footage that we're going to post with this. Y'all have a great day, and thank you for listening to We the Nerdy.
Later.
Dude, solid.